Yo, I pray that this video makes it, my guys. But it's King Colin Walker. You know how we do, baby. And we back. Production team has fixed the issues. We pray, alhamdulillah, we praise God Almighty. Production has fixed the issues, my guys. If we watching this video, we are back. If we ain't not watching this video, we ain't not back. We live, baby. We've been through it, bro. I'm telling you guys, like there's no obstacles that they put ahead of us that we ain't gonna jump over, we ain't gonna break, we ain't gonna more, and we ain't gonna overcome, my guy. And yo, as you guys can see, it's Saturday the 15th, my guy. This is the last day I will be 23. So I choose violence in this video, my guys. And I'm just gonna keep it as real as possible. That's my assignment for this video. To keep it as real as possible. There's no two ways about it. So we're gonna go through the power rankings and the weekly stats. We're gonna go through that, yeah. So Chris sent me 2 power rankings. I'm not sure. I don't know how to read properly. He said one's right, one's wrong. But I just picked which one I liked. So Gaffer of the week is Daniel. Jokic was player of the week. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, Jokic is a savage. Yo, fun fact about Jokic. This guy used to drink a bottle of 2-liter Coke every day for fun. Yeah, he used to drink a bottle of 2-liter Coke every single day. The man came to the NBA and he's like, nah, I can't do it no more. Like, my conditioning is tough. You know what I'm trying to say? It's tough. It's tough. So right now I'm still number one. The rightly so. The NBA, like, this is my thing. Yeah, you can't change statistics. Like, if someone gets a steal, you can't later on and go back. Oh, you didn't get the steal. Like, only in basketball they do this stupid. They do last 2-minute reports that no one cares about. The game is done. What happened in the game happened. If you made mistakes, you made mistakes. Don't come back and correct the stats and all of that. Nah. So I'm still number one, rightfully so. David's number 2. And with everything that's gone on inside the league so far, I don't think he's number 2 for long. Like, I don't think he's number 2 for long. That's just my honest opinion. Like, we're gonna dive into that later on in the video, but for me, I don't think he's number 2 for long. Chris is number 3. Some crazy things happened this week, you know. Lillard is out. He's gone. Paul George is gone. He's gone. Like, if those guys come back, you probably won't even be able to use them in fantasy. Like, that's how deep it is, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you won't be able to use them in fantasy, and it sucks. There's no point holding on to someone that's gonna be out for like a month or 2 months. There's just no point, because we're at the stage in fantasy that every single matchup matters because of playoffs. Like, you losing to someone right now can be the difference of you advancing to the next round in playoffs and not. Like, literally. So if you want to pick up people that are gonna be out for 5 weeks and hold them in your IR, like, I'm laughing at you, and I'm also thanking you at the same time, because there's no way you're beating me. There's no way you're beating me when you have guys that are out for 5+ weeks. Not trying to say, like, for example, Anthony Davis has been out for a month, like over a month now. You guys really think this guy's coming back and going maximum minutes? Like, let's be real. He's out for months, yeah. There's no report that he's going to be back in the next 2 weeks, right? No report. So you really think he's going to come back and just start playing high 30 minutes? Like, come on, my guys, right? So in 4th place is Fantasy Thoughts. KD and Zach LaVine just got injured. I feel like Charlie's going down. He's coming. He's gonna go. He's gonna tumble all the way down to 7th. Like, KD was the guy that was holding his team straight throughout all of the injuries and all of that. KD and Giannis were holding the team straight. Now he's lost one of the 1-2 punch. He only got that one punch. Cade Cunningham's not good enough. You know what I mean? Kyle Kuzma is not good enough. You know what I'm trying to say? Who are they? Who else are they? Like, those other guys are not good enough. That he don't have enough. In my opinion, the depth is not strong enough to beat the top guys. You know what I'm trying to say? And without KD and Zach LaVine for a couple of weeks, even if it is a week, I don't see how he wins his next matchup unless he's playing against Rico or maybe Glory. You know what I'm trying to say? Daniel being here, like, I don't understand how you guys let my guy rise back up, but yo, big ups to Daniel, to be honest, because he's really good at team management and it's showing. Uh he's really good at it. He's really good at it and it's showing. And it's like, in my head, I'm just looking at everyone else, like, how you guys allowing this man to go from like bottom three literally, and now he's top five. Like this guy traded with Matthew, gave Matthew his best players, but now his team is higher than Matthew's team in the power rankings. Like, he traded with Larry, gave Larry his best players. Now his team's 2 spots ahead of Larry's teams in the power rankings. You know what I mean? Larry's on a winning streak that no one cares about. No one cares about. Like, if your winning streak includes any of the bottom two, no one should care about your winning streak. You know what I'm trying to say? There's nothing really to care about in that winning streak because tested, your team hasn't shown anyone anything. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, okay, you beat Daniel when he was in the middle of making major moves. You didn't beat me. They did stat corrections and then you got the win. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like you haven't. I need Larry to play David sometime really soon. I need Larry to play David sometimes really soon, because that's what's gonna tell me whether David's team is as bad as I think it is right now, or how good Larry's team is. That's what I need to know. How bad has David made his team, and how good is Larry's team becoming? You know what I'm trying to say? That's what those two matchups is gonna be, right? Kawhi Leonard is coming back soon. So Cornelius being bottom 8 is like, I want to say ride it out, but at the same time, I want to say, yo, you got to be wary about playoffs. Because if you tie in a playoffs and you lost to that person head to head, that's tough, you know what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, a player like Kawhi Leonard, he's someone that wins or loses you matchups. You know what I mean? Because he's a really big impact player, but I still feel like Cornelius should make some moves. Try and make some moves, try and collect some puzzle pieces to strengthen his team and get rid of some pieces that he can get rid of for, you know what I mean? I still think he needs to do that. Matthew's team, like, a big trade went on this week, and I'm gonna analyze it. And I don't know what direction this team is going to anymore, because I thought it was going up here. I thought it was coming up here, right? But it seems like we've been stuck, like, right here. Like, we've been stuck right here. So it's very hard for me to point or paint a picture where Matthew's team is going anymore, because I thought one thing, I was wrong, and we're going the other direction. A direction I thought that we wouldn't go. Daniel's Gaffer of the Week. I mean, why wouldn't he be Gaffer of the Week when he's trading with? It's like, this is what Daniel's doing, right? Daniel invests in penny stocks. It takes you longer to make big money with penny stocks, right? So Daniel puts 100, buys 100 shares, buys 100 shares of a stock worth 10 cents, right? It goes up to 20 cents. Then Daniel finds a new penny stock that's worth 20 cents and put 50 shares, and then it goes up by 10 cents, and he keeps doing that. Some of you guys are inside. Some of you guys have Apple stocks. Some of you guys got Nasdaq stocks, yeah, and your stocks are just going down and down and down and down. Daniel, that is trading penny stocks, is making more money than you guys. That's what Daniel's doing right here. That's what he's doing. He's trading penny stocks, and he's more successful than some of you guys that have stocks. Your money inside Nasdaq, your mutual funds, ETFs. He's making more money than you guys because you guys don't know what you're invested in. No knowledge at all. You don't know what to do. Well, he knows what to do, even though he's doing penny stocks. Not trying to say. Because I don't understand what's going on. Like, truly and honestly, I really don't understand what's going on, and it's upsetting for me because I don't understand how someone that has less value players is making bigger trades than people that bigger and better trades than people that have more value players but don't want to take risk. And for me, fantasy is all about the risk and reward. Some people need to trade, some people don't need to trade. The people that need to trade, they don't know how to value the risk and reward. The people that don't need to trade, they don't have to do that. There's some people that think their teams are at a certain level, but their teams are not at that level. And want to know how you can know that your team is not at that level? Just look at your record. Because if your team was going to be at that level or should be at that level, your record will not be saying what it's saying. You guys get what I'm trying to say? You guys get what I'm trying to say? So it's kind of surprising. So it's easy for Daniel to be gaffer of the week when he's performing better than people that have the more money, that should be making more money, but they don't. Not what I'm trying to say. So we're gonna go over to this, right? And I wanted to analyze this deeply. And then the videos I made got cancelled, like they wouldn't think. And what I wanted to analyze, I'm not gonna analyze no more. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I feel like I was giving off too much of my knowledge. You know what I mean? So I'm in the bottom 3, and I'm happy I'm in the bottom 3. I don't need to be in the top 3 no more. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm happy that these 2 are inside the top 3. I'm happy these 2 are. I don't need to be in the top 3 no more. You know what I'm trying to say? My days of being in the top 3 are over, if that makes sense. I don't need to be in the top 3 no more. I don't. I just need to be the number 1 seed. So it's either I'm gonna be the number 1 seed by the end of this thing, or I'm gonna be one of the last seeds, because I want to play David first. That's my most favorable matchup, David. That's my most favorable matchup. There's no one else I see that I have more of an advantage of than David. So that's why I want David first. And David right now is number 1 seed. So I need to somehow get last seed, or get I need to get last seed because Rico's last seed. So I need to get the other last seed so I can play David in the second round. That's my path that I want to take. You know what I mean? That's the path I want to take, because I think that's the best path for me. I want David. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just that simple. And I feel like Rico's gonna be bottom 3. It's just like that. No disrespect. You know what I'm trying to say? But I just feel like with this, there's certain things that man should be looking at. I don't want to say too much on this thing, because if I start talking, I'm going to give away too much key information. And now that the league is becoming more and more competitive, I don't want to be giving that information away. But I'm going to say this, yeah. These rebounding numbers are rubbish. They're absolutely rubbish, yeah. They're rubbish. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they're rubbish. When I'm actually playing fantasy, I'm getting 350. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm getting 350. Like, these are not good rebounding numbers. These are not competitive rebounding numbers. These are not league-winning rebounding numbers. You get me? Yeah, these assist numbers are also rubbish. Like, 170 is rubbish, 150 is even worse, and 149 is terrible. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to win fantasy, the magic number, like, you should be close to 200 assists. Like, you should be close to 200 assists, right? And that's the bottom line. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, even with steals, anything below 55 is rubbish. With blocks, anything below 50 is absolutely rubbish. Like, you're not going to win. double doubles, anything below 10, you're not competitive. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? I don't care about points. Points don't win you fantasy, my guys. Points don't win you fantasy. Triple doubles can win you fantasy, but points don't win you fantasy, bro. Anything below 95 3 pointers is rubbish, my guys. Like, we need to start thinking about playoffs, right? So, like, I understand that players are COVID and all of that stuff. Everyone's coming back now. So by week 13, the numbers are gonna gradually start coming, pumping up again. Now I'm trying to say the number gonna start pumping up again, and when the numbers start pumping up again, that's when we can fully analyze the team. We can truly see which teams are actually competitive, which teams are actually true to these numbers. Cause I'm gonna tell you something, yeah. A lot of teams are not true to these numbers. Like, for example, where's my team? I was averaging 350 plus. Now I'm 200. Like, COVID hit me bad. You know what I'm trying to say? But guess what, my guys? I'm still winning. Why? We don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't know, but I know. But y'all don't know. And it's like, that's what I'm trying to say. Some of you guys think your team's at a certain level, but they're not. We're talking like we're acting like scientists, you know what I'm trying to say, with this COVID. We're creating new variants that have same symptoms than the old variants, and they're saying that, oh, this one's more deadly, this one's more this one's more that. When in truth is a whole lot of hearsay. It's a whole lot of ifs and buts, you know what I'm trying to say? And that's what a lot of you man are doing. You get me? Like, your teams aren't really what you think they are. Because you think they are that, you're gassing them and you're overvaluing your team. You get me? So, like, the thing is, yeah, what I want to do is I want to show you guys something. I found something, yeah. Where is this thing? Player rater. This is what I found, yeah. This is ESPN's player rater. So they tell you, like, this thing changes all the time. It constantly changes. But this thing shows you who are the best players, like, who ESPN thinks the best players are currently in fantasy. So your top three is Jokic, James Harden, and Murray, right? That's your top three. Your top five is Jokic, James Harden, Murray, Sabonis, and Westbrook. You know what I'm trying to say? Giannis, yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. You guys are not understanding fantasy. The MVP race and all of that nonsense, rookie of the year, it doesn't mean that your team, your player is good in fantasy. You know, does that make sense? So you can have the player that's ranked number one inside MVP race, but he's not ranked number one in fantasy, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, why is Westbrook number 5 when Lakers are rubbish? But it doesn't matter when it comes to fantasy. You get me? It actually doesn't matter when it comes to fantasy. It doesn't, right? So it's like, you guys need to understand that. You guys need to deep that. It really don't matter when it comes to fantasy. And it's like, so much people are putting value on people that the value don't make sense. Like, the value don't make sense. Like, Bradley Beal's ranked 50th, right? He's rubbish. I've been saying he's rubbish. I'm so happy that Matthew traded him away. He's rubbish, right? He's rubbish. He's not going to play consistently. He's not a double-double threat. His scoring has been up and down this whole year. He hasn't really been consistent. He's rubbish. Like, it's just a fact. He's rubbish. You know what I mean? Like, for another example is how do I say this? Someone like Miles Turner, he's a top 20 player, right? But if Chris is gonna offer Miles Turner and let's say let's try and find another one of Chris's players on this thing, Miles Turner and Desmond Bain for Carl Anthony Towns, you guys gonna be like, that's a bad trade, but it's not. It's not, because they're both two top 50, top 30 players for someone that's a top 15 player. ESPN tells us that there's not really much between Carl Anthony Towns and Miles Turner. You know what I'm trying to say? ESPN rates Embiid higher than Carl Anthony Towns. You know what I'm trying to say? They rate Embiid higher than Carl Anthony Towns. They think Carl Anthony Towns is better than Embiid. I don't think Carl Anthony Towns is better than Embiid. I would never trade Carl Anthony Towns for Embiid. That's just my opinion. But ESPN thinks that Carl Anthony Towns is better than Embiid. You know what I'm trying to say? Chris Paul is ranked number 12. Trae Young number 11th. Gobert number 10. Like, you guys need to look at these things. You got Robert Williams ranked number 24, right? But we screaming about Vukovic? Like, come on, bro. Like, look at what Robert Williams does for you guys, right? And we screaming about Vukovic, bro. Vukovic don't do what Robert Williams does. You guys can argue with me all you want, but Vukovic is not gonna get you a 5-block game. He's simply not. Like, Donovan Mitchell's a top 25 player, bro. But if I'm offering Donovan Mitchell for Christian Woods, I'm getting denied. And Christian Woods is ranked 42, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? He's ranked 42. Ja Morant's ranked 47. So in fantasy, he's not as good as you man think he is. He's really not. But we don't. Jimmy Butler don't play basketball. He don't play basketball, bro. Like, I don't care about his numbers. If you're not playing basketball consistently, it doesn't matter. Like, it really don't matter. He doesn't play consistently. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, you guys need to look at these things, bro, because it's like, so much players are being rated at certain values that they shouldn't be rated at. You get me? They're being rated at certain values they shouldn't be rated at. Like, and it's like, so much people are making the wrong moves, and it's like, you don't see why you're making the wrong moves. You don't understand. Lonzo Ball's a top 35 player. Many of you guys would be shocked. How is he top 35? Because this guy's, he fills up the whole thing. He's more valuable than Bradley Beal. Now I'm trying to say, he's more valuable than Bradley Beal. That speaks volume, bro. He's more valuable than Jimmy Butler, Christian Wood. People that you guys will think are better than Lonzo, but they're not. Now I'm trying to say, like, they're not. Like, let's be real out here. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, Robert Williams is higher value than Jimmy Butler, Christian Wood, Nurkic. But you guys wouldn't know that. You guys wouldn't deep that. You guys wouldn't understand that. Because we're not deep in these things. We're not deep in fantasy, bro. You know what I mean? We're following all of these stats that don't actually help you win fantasy. You know what I mean? You guys need to focus on the stats that help you win fantasy. Like, Sabonis is a stud. Like, look at these stats. He plays every single game. If I click on Jimmy Butler, he has as much blanks or more blanks than he has games played. You know what I mean? Like, Chris Paul plays every single game. Like, it ain't a joke, bro. It really is not a joke. You know what I mean? It's not a joke. And it's like, players like Giannis and Kevin Durant, for me, those are players that in a season they always miss time. Like, even my Doncic, he's here because he doesn't play enough basketball. It's that simple. It's just that simple. He don't play enough basketball. If he played basketball, he wouldn't be there. Like DeJounte Murray, yeah. Some of you guys don't even know how good this guy is, but this guy is disgusting. He's absolutely disgusting. If I offered this guy for James Harden, these guys will laugh at me like, oh, I'm trying to crook them. But according to ESPN, there ain't much separating them. There ain't much. My DeJounte is better than Kevin Durant, but if I offered the trade, I'll get rejected. You know what I'm trying to say? If I offer DM for Giannis, I'll get rejected. If I offer DM for LeBron, I'll get rejected. But I will take DM over all of these guys. Sabonis, that's a tough one, but DM, I would take them over because DM plays every single game. He plays every single game. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, if I offer LaMelo for Jason Tatum, I'm getting rejected. If I offer DM for Tatum, I'm getting rejected. Because you guys don't know, like, if I offer DM for Embiid, I'm getting rejected. Because you guys don't know how to actually rank players, bro. And that's why a lot of us are struggling in this fantasy and not going to go anywhere. and I'm happy. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like the standings, these are the standings, and it's tight. If you lose a game, you're out of a playoff spot. If you win and someone else loses, you're out of a playoff spot. That's how tight this has become. Literally, that is how tight this has become. That if you lose in 1 week, you could be out of a playoff spot. It's just that simple. That's how tight it's become. But I want to go to the league home because I want to show you guys the trade. I want to analyze a trade, right? I want to analyze a trade. I want to analyze a trade because there's some big trades that went on, right? I don't know why David picked up Damian Lillard. Um, he's just wasting an injury spot. Like, this is the thing. Like, I don't think David's team is as good anymore for him to be wasting these IR spots. He had he just dropped Jamal Murray. Now he's picked up Damian Lillard that is probably not gonna play. If he does play, when he comes back, I don't think he's gonna be. I don't know, man. It's beyond me at this point. I just feel like it's one of those sneaky things to do. It's like, oh, he's gone for a huge period of time. He may not be come back, right? So the person that had him drops him. So then it's like, oh, I'm gonna sneakily pick him up. You know what I'm trying to say? It's one of those sneaky things to do, and then it's like, oh, if Lillard starts playing again, it's like kind of like a haha, you dropped him type of thing. But I pray that Lillard doesn't play again, and if he does play, I pray that our fantasy is done and then he plays. You know what I'm trying to say? Because none of that stuff, bruv. But this trade for me is complete nonsense. This is probably one of the worst trades I've seen in fantasy. Like one of the worst trades I have ever seen in fantasy. One of the worst. Like I can't lie, right? And I'm gonna explain why. So Matthew's team had these bums. So he had these bums, and now these bums are gone. Why are these bums gone? Because he replaced them with Fox, Smart, Portis, and Stewart. That's why he dropped these three players. And that's great for Matthew because I've been dissing his team for having these useless type of players for a very, very, very long time. Like, I've been absolutely dissing his team for it. So I'm actually happy that he's got rid of some of them. Like, I'm actually happy for him that he's actually got rid of some of them, right? So then he gets Kyle Anthony Towns, right? And he basically gave up Bill Embiid. I'm happy he got rid of Embiid. I feel like Embiid is not a good player in fantasy. I really don't think he's good and he's worth keeping. I feel like Bobby Portis, Smart, even Fox is better than Bill in my opinion. I feel like Fox is a better player because Fox plays every single game. Every game. He gets you about 20 points, 5 assists and 5 rebounds and a couple of steals here and there. He plays every single game. Bill doesn't, and Bill is always up and down. So I feel like Fox, for me, is better than Bradley Beal. Kyle Anthony Towns compared to Embiid, right? I feel like the thing that separates them the most is that Embiid is the type of center that can get you 20-20. He can get you a triple-double here and there. But the thing is like this, right? Kyle Anthony Towns gets you, I think he gets you a little bit more steals and more blocks, right? He shoots more threes than Embiid, but he doesn't grab as much rebounds. You know what I'm trying to say? But he gets you more assists. Or they get like the same assist. That it's weird. It's like the assist is like they're similar type of centers, right? Where Embiid has the rebound and advantage. But the thing I just remember is that Matthew has Vukovic, and then he just got Portis as well, and he just got Isaiah Stewart. You know what I'm trying to say? And Isaiah Stewart he's a stud. You know what I mean? Like Isaiah Stewart, if he actually plays, he's all right. Like 8 rebounds, 8, 6, and then the 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4. Like these blocking numbers are great for Matthew's team. You get what I'm trying to say? So for me, it's kind of just like when I think at first I'm just like, yo, they both lost the trade. But when I think of it down the line, David lost this trade really, really bad. He gave up depth, like, and this is not like normal depth. Like, Bobby Portis has become consistently undroppable player inside fantasy. Like, these numbers are really good. Like they're really good. You know what I mean? And then it's like Isaiah Stewart, he gets you blocks, you know what I mean? So you can keep him because he gets you the blocks. Once he stops getting you the blocks, I don't think you keep him. You know what I mean? The Aaron Fox, like, I'm trying to say he's consistent. He plays all the time. The only time he's not gonna play is if he gets COVID. He's not really defensive, but he's gonna get you points, 3 pointers, some rebounds and assists, right? And then Carl Anthony Towns, and Marcus Smart again. He's gonna grab you the steals, and he's gonna give you some 3 pointers and then assists, rebounds. But like, so it's like, and then David, like Bradley Beal, like he's not a defensive guy, and it's like what he does, right? It's like Fox does. Like Fox does what he does, and then like Joel Embiid, like him and Cal Anthony Towns are like eye and eye, but the only difference is that he grabs more rebounds and he explodes more, like gets more points here and there. So I really feel like David took a hard L. Like that's just my opinion. Like I feel like he took a hard L, and I'll go to his team and I'll go deeper and explain why. Like I feel like he took a hard L because it's like now we look at his team. Damian Lillard, I pray he doesn't come back during fantasy. Anthony Davis is injury prone. Bill is not vaccinated, right? So he only plays in games that he's allowed to play, right? Garen Jackson's good. Aiton, he's good, right? Mitchell Robinson, yeah. Richard Holmes is not good. He doesn't play basketball at all. Al Horford is not good. He's inconsistent. Jimmy Butler's always injured. Embiid is going to get injured this year, right? And it's like his depth is gone. Like I truly believe that his depth is gone. Like before, like when you played against David, it's like he had ammunition against ammunition and ammunition. Now there's not much ammunition. You know what I mean? Because Garen Jackson, like he's really good for blocks and stuff, right? He's all of a sudden he's kind of gone on a hot streak, getting more double doubles, but he doesn't really get you double doubles like that. You know what I mean? And then it's like Mitchell Robinson, like everyone's had Mitchell Robinson, literally everyone. You know what I mean? So it's like his team is good, but I don't fear them like I used to, or rate it as I used to, just because I just feel like all of these like I just feel like the depth is not there to compete against a team like mine. If I'm being honest, like the depth is not there to compete. You know what I mean? Because it's like if we go like on paper, I got LaMelo to his Lowry. I got Doncic to Halliburton. I got what? I got Rudy Gobert to Joel Embiid. I don't remember a team. I got Scotty Barnes. You know what I'm trying to say? I got Draymond Green. I got DeJounte Murray. You know what I mean? Depth just runs. Like Al Horford. Soon the drugs. Like this guy is on drugs. The drugs. The drugs for 1 week they're strong. The next week they wear off. You know what I mean? Like he's not actually consistent, man. This rap top is absolutely rubbish, right? So it's like now we look at Matthew's team, right? Oh my goodness, right? Now we look at Matthew's team. Now look at the massive difference of this team. There's actually depth on this team now, right? Like he still got these bums, right? He still got these bums, right? And this bum, right? But now he's got Fox, Conley, Bobby, Tyler, right? Lonzo. Now there's actual depth. You know what I mean? And then he got his big names like James Harden. You got Vukovic. You got Karl Anthony Towns. You know what I'm trying to say? Now he's actually got depth. Meaning that it's like, okay, your big guys play and then you got your other guys that's coming and pouring on the ammunition that has already been slayed. You know what I mean? Been laid. And that was what I said about Matthew's team to begin fantasy. Like, yo, his team's a dark horse. And I feel like his team is better now than it was after the trade with Daniel. I feel like it's better now. You know what I mean? That's if these other role players live up to their potential. You know what I'm trying to say? That's if the players live up to their potential. But now he's got Lonzo a triple double threat. James Harden is a triple double threat. You know what I mean? Kyle Anthony Towns, some he could be. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like even though these two are playing against each other this week, it's like you can't fully say who's the victor because it's like they didn't do the trade at the beginning of the week. If they had done the trade Sunday and Monday they had the players, then we can be like, okay, this person won the trade fair and square. But even this matchup is still very very tight. Like it's still extremely tight. You know what I mean? It's still extremely tight. Like and do injury play a factor? Of course, injuries play a factor, but that's why you have your acquisitions, right? You got to pick up the right players. So it's like we can't see until next week. I'll have to analyze their teams next week after the thing. This right here, Chris's team he's going for like a whole rebuild type of thing, because he's gonna have to drop. Paul George may be done for the season. Lillard is done for the season, right? And those are two like that's first round, second round, third round picks right there. So that's massive, right? And then Daniels and his new team, you get me? So it's like, the thing about Chris's team is like, this like it's like even though he's lost two sick players, right? But this guy's got Garland, Booker, Turner, Porzingis, Fred VanVleet, Poto is a G, yeah. And then you got Sabonis and CJ. And then when Bam comes back, like this guy's team is still better than everyone else's team. And the thing is like he has no bench at all, and yet he still has a 9-3 record. So it's like, oh, he lost against Daniel, and I feel like it was like a one-off type of thing in a sense that it's like, oh, he lost, but the thing is like he kind of had to lose, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if you guys get what I'm trying to say, but he had to lose. Only those that understand what I'm saying will understand what I'm saying. But like looking at Charlie's team, yeah, it's like there's too much injuries. There's too much injuries, and it's like for me, I don't trust Zach LaVine. That's why I haven't even tried to trade for him, because it's like he always gets injured and he misses time. Last year Larry had him. This guy was gone for the whole of playoffs, right? And it's like my worry with Charlie's team is like I'm not sure they're ever going to be healthy to even for us to even see the potential. Cause he's 5-6, right? And it's like now is the time when you can't lose to people because the regular season matchups matter. And like now you're 5-6, and it's like I don't know. I feel like changes and trades need to be made because you can't keep on letting injuries get in the way of what your team's actually meant to be. And it's like we can't keep talking about potential when we don't even get to see the potential. Like we haven't seen the potential. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, why are we talking about potential we haven't seen? You know what I mean? Larry's on a fake win streak, and it's like Eric Bledsoe sucks. I don't know why he still has Eric Bledsoe. Dennis Schroeder sucks. RJ Barrett is on drugs. Mason Plumlee, I don't know why this man hasn't dropped Mason Plumlee, but it's like it's Larry. Like Larry is like, bread has an expiry date. Larry always keeps the bread a week, 2 weeks after expiry date. Then he looks at the bread, he's like, oh guys, the bread is expired, we can't eat it, we have to go get a new one. Then everyone's like, bruv, we knew that though. I don't know, even this a Larry, bro. It's just a Larry thing to do, bro. I just like, cause he's winning now, he thinks it's good, it's alright. Then when he starts losing, he's gonna be like, yo, why am I losing? Why he still has Harrison Barnes, only God knows, bro. Only God knows. And it's like, I don't like this fantasy has proven to me Larry's got a really strong head. Like he's got a really strong head, meaning that he's gonna ride it out until it fails type of energy. Like that's what it is. He's gonna ride it out till it fails. You know what I mean? With Daniel's team, It's like this. I'm just gonna be straight, cut, and honest. Yeah, he's made some really, really strong moves. I don't think they're enough. That's just me. I just don't think they're enough. Like, I don't think this team can beat my team. It's just that simple. I don't think this team can beat my team, and it's like he's made some strong moves. I just don't think that they're strong enough, in my opinion. And he probably shares the same way of thinking I do. He probably knows it too, that this team is not the strong enough. It's just not. Because when I'm seeing Jay Crowder on your tag, something really going down, bro. When Jay Crowder hitting lineups, then something's really going up. When Brandon Clark is making lineups, something is going on, bro. Like, Malik Monk is out. Malik Monk has a roster spot. Malik Monk has found a home in our fantasy thanks to Daniel. So it's like, I don't see how this team touches my team. Like, it's not like, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm just saying my truth. You know what I mean? I'm saying my truth. It's not. It doesn't have to be the absolute truth, and it's like my opinion, but it is my opinion, and I just believe that there's certain things that in fantasy we know, and there's certain things that we don't know, and it's like everyone knows that the person that wins fantasy has the most healthiest, most efficient team. That's it. That's it. It don't matter about the big name players. The big name players don't win you fantasy. Go look at Chris's team last year. His biggest name player was Sabonis, bro. Literally, the big name players don't win you fantasy. Wanna know why? They rest too much. They get too much fake injuries, and they getting paid too much money. So they don't really love. They don't care. They don't care, and that's the truth. But to end this video, I'm putting Donovan Mitchell and Draymond Green on a trading block. So if anyone wants to trade for those guys, I'm more than willing to listen to those offers. Not trying to say, but in all honesty, bro, I feel like I want to see the playoff bracket. I want to end on the projected playoff bracket. Yeah, I want to be on this side. I want David, bro. I want David. And I don't want to be on this side. Not because I'm scared. I just want this side. I want David. I want this smoke right here. I want all of this. But David versus Cornelius right now, David beats Cornelius. Chris versus Daniel first round. That's gonna be tough and interesting. But I feel like by that time, Bam Adebayo will be back, and by that time, Daniel would have a different team. So we don't know what team Daniel would have, or will be better or worse. You know what I mean? And then me versus Charlie. No offense to Charlie, but I take the win. I beat him without some of my key players last time, and all I will need to do is force the tie, and then head to head will take care of itself. Matthew versus Larry is, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? It's hard, but I think Matthew will take it, and here's why. I feel like Matthew's team is stronger in a sense. When you got guys like Lonzo, Marcus Smart, those guys. That's what I'm trying to tell Larry about his team. Guys like Lonzo, James Harden, Smart, their stats blend, mean that they compound. Larry's team is like one guy's really good at 3-pointers, the other guys aren't. So there's no compounding effect. Matthew kind of has that compounding effect going on. You know what I'm trying to say? Larry hasn't figured out that compounding effect. That's why teams like Chris's teams are dangerous. Chris's team is the definition of compounding, meaning that you're going to play his team on Monday, and on Tuesday, his team is going to build on the same rubbish that he built yesterday. This is information I shouldn't be saying, but that's what it is. And I feel like that's why I feel like David's team got worse, because he lost a lot of that compounding. He lost a lot of it. And I feel like, okay, Matthew versus David in the next round. Me versus Chris. I don't know what team Daniel would have. And I feel like those two matchups will be disgusting. Bro. But I want David. And thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. Hope you have a beautiful night. And everything's alright. But you see what I'm trying to say? Playoffs start in March, bro. right? Lillard won't even, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Anthony Davis won't be healthy by March. But I'm joking. But yo, this is what I'm trying to say. Playoff starts March 21st, bro. And it's already January. January is basically done, bro. So basically, playoff starts in like a month and a half, my guys. This thing's about to get nice and tasty. Nice and tasty. But yo, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I pray that we're back. But yo, it's King Colin Walker. You know how we do, baby.